Calls are growing for Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito to recuse himself from any cases that involve the January 6th assault, Donald Trump, and election integrity. And this comes after photos surfaced of provocative flags linked to the Capitol insurrection being displayed at two homes owned by Alito. CBS's Scott MacFarlane has the new developments.
A political distress flag. Tonight, more calls for conservative Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito to recuse himself from two pending cases involving January 6th, including on the question of whether Donald Trump can be prosecuted.
The Supreme Court has chosen to conduct itself as if the judiciary is above the law.
This amid reports by the New York Times an appeal to heaven flag was flying last summer outside Alito's New Jersey vacation home. The flag represented the fight for independence during the American Revolution, but it took on new meaning in 2021 when it was seen wielded on the front lines by January 6th rioters. The revelation came just days after Alito acknowledged an upside-down U.S. flag, also carried by January 6 rioters, hung briefly outside his Virginia home, days after the U.S. Capitol siege. Alito said he had no involvement whatsoever, that his wife hung the flag amid a dispute with neighbors. Many Republicans stood by Alito today.
Any concern about there being a flag there?
People who are judges on the Supreme Courts have personal lives, they have families, and I don't think they're necessarily responsible for everything their families do or say.
And the GOP is expected to block any efforts by Democrats to pass new ethics rules for the High Court, which has a code but polices itself.
There is literally no place else in the federal government in which an allegation against an official is raised and there is not even fact-finding done.
New polling shows public approval of the court has plummeted in just the last 4 years.
I think at the very least we need more answers to questions about the second flag and about his involvement and about whether he tried to distance himself from it, because a flag outside of his house reasonably appears to represent his own views of the merits of the case.
Alito did not return our request for comment on the flag controversies, but he and the rest of the court are set to rule on two big cases related to January 6th and the 2020 election in the coming weeks, if not the coming days, Norah.
Scott MacFarlane, thank you for that update.